Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Mathlin, and these are the Deeper Wellness Talks. Every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I jump online for 30 minutes just to talk to you a little bit about things relating to your wellness. I am a yoga teacher, a meditation instructor, a essential oils educator, a conscious living guide, and also just a normal human being, by the way. I should say that. But I take all of these teachings and modalities to create easy, simple ideas to help you in your everyday wellness journey, and also to give you some tips and thoughts around how you can better connect to yourself, how you can align your mind, body, and heart, and activate healing or unblock your potential. So I'm just really committed to you having a better day every day. Okay, so with that in mind, let's get started. Today's topic is ritual. And let's, get out of the gate right away that I am kind of remixing the traditional idea of what a ritual is for the purpose of your self-care. Okay. I found a few years ago that as I was, creating my own wellness plan, that was nutrition, yoga practices, meditation, all of those things, that I needed something to anchor me. I needed something to remind me every morning that these were my goals and that my goals were rooted in wellness, and that I wanted to be connected to my higher self. And when I say higher self, I just mean like the best version of myself, the patient one, the gracious one, that version of myself. Because we all have that in us. We all have the capacity for compassion and unconditional love and all those good things. But sometimes we need a reset button. We need something that keeps us anchored in that way of being, because there's so many things that happen day to day, whether it be family or work or parents or friends, that pull us away from that, right? And not only pulling us away from that, but there's things that we can do, that we do ourselves, that pull us away from that. So if we don't eat healthy, if we're not getting enough rest, if we're not moving our body enough, this also can pull us away from really being our highest self. And I really want to be clear that highest self isn't an abstract thing. It is the best version of you, right? Because that's all what we all want. We all want to stay connected to that, right? The person who practices compassion for others, but not only for ourselves. The person who prioritizes wellness, not only for others, but for ourselves, and so on and so forth. So for me, I decided that I needed to create some rituals, because I was teaching my clients rituals, right? I was teaching them, let's say, for example, they had weight management goals. So I was teaching them things, for example, like before you eat, take a moment, take a few deep breaths and get mindful and get present before you eat your meal, so that you can be aware of when you're actually full, right? Little things like that. Or when you get up in the morning, before you interact with your family or your social media, to just take a moment for yourself. So all these things are little rituals in my mind, right? A lot of people, when they hear the word ritual, they think of like something ceremonial and this big thing. And in a way, it is a ceremony, but it's a small ceremony for yourself, for your mindset, for your heart space, and for your body. Okay? It's a moment to reset and reconnect to your higher self. And I think that when I started creating my own personal rituals, so here I am giving all my clients all this advice about what to do, and I realized I had like little things that I would do throughout the day, but I never named them. And I was never conscious of their impact and how much they made a difference in my personality, the way I felt, the choices that I made around my wellness. So I decided that we should give ourselves these little ceremonies throughout the day, right? They could be joyful ceremonies. They can be wellness ceremonies. They can be reset ceremonies. They can be unconditional love ceremonies, right? Or self-love ceremonies is probably a better thing to say. But I think it's important that no matter what's going on in our lives, we have our own tools to anchor ourselves into our higher self, right? Because people are always going to have opinions and ideas of who we should be, how we should respond to things, and how we should act, right? And I feel like if you don't have an anchor or your own sort of reset points, then you're on this identity roller coaster ride, right? And people are pulling you in so many different directions. Whereas when you have a ritual or rituals that bring you back to you, that bring you home to your own inner voice, your own mind, body, and heart in alignment, right? Not you self-compromising for someone else's, but really as your energy expands each day to accommodate other people, having something that kind of boomerangs you back. Because if you are not sound mind, body, and heart, if you are not in a state of wellness and well-being, right? It's very easy for those other things to kind of creep in, right? Those thoughts of self-pity, thoughts of self-compromise, self-doubt, all of those things that are taking us away from trusting ourselves or being the best version of ourselves, right? And so I think it's really, really important that we as women have our own rituals. And what that means when I say our own rituals is that what I do for my ritual is going to be different than what you do for your ritual. And that's okay. Okay? It doesn't matter what the ritual is per se. It has to be a healthy thing, of course. As long as it's yours. As long as it really, really works for you. As long as it does the trick. Okay? So I'm going to tell you a bit about my rituals, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit of how to set rituals, okay? Or create your own rituals. So for me personally, I get up extra early. I know this isn't easy for everyone, but I just find that because I am asked so much throughout the day, right? By my partner, by my clients, by family members, friends, et cetera, et cetera. If I don't take a moment entirely for myself in the mornings, then I feel pretty resentful the rest of the day. And not resentful in like an angry way, but just like, oh, I need a moment for myself. And I don't want to be that way. I want to prioritize myself first thing so that I can be who I need to be for the people I love and care about without the resentment or without feeling drained. So what was interesting is it used to be at 7 in the morning, and then things got a little busier, and then it was at 6:30, and then it was at 6 a.m., and now it's at 5:30 a.m. And so I know, 5:30 a.m. is really, really early, especially at this time of year when things are starting to get darker. But for me, I had to look at my day for what it was, and I realized that for me to get in a good hour of prioritized self-care, a good hour of dedicated time for my ritual, my morning ritual that set the tone for my day, and this is very important to set the tone for your day. I needed an hour, and it needed to be before everything started. So for me, that's 5:30 a.m. Okay. I can just feel you guys cringing as I say that time, but listen. So I get up at 5:30. Okay. The first thing I do, I quickly go pee. I come back and I sit in meditation. Well, no, I should say that. I turn on my diffuser because when I wake up first thing in the morning, I don't really want to be awake at 5:30. So I put a blend in my diffuser that kind of helps uplift me and that grounds me. So I get my diffuser going and I sit where I meditate. I don't have like a precious place where I meditate or anything like that. I want meditation to be just as easy as like brushing your teeth. We shouldn't be too precious about it, otherwise we're not going to do it. So I just sit on a couch pillow so that I'm slightly elevated, and I do a 15 to 20 minute meditation. Okay. My meditations are typically breath to bead, because I use a mala. So breath to bead to mantra, or words, right? Positive words, whatever language you want to use around that. But I try to call in how I want to feel that day, right? And so sometimes that's things like just reminding myself, if I had a rough day the day before, like I am whole, I am okay, I am enough. And I repeat that with my breath. And this way of meditating is especially good for new meditators because it gives you something to focus on and prevents you from running away with your thoughts. Okay, so I meditate very quickly, 15 to 20 minutes. Then I get up and I do 10 sun salutations. Okay, I teach yoga. If you're in my yoga class, 10 sun salutations are literally our movements where we're raising our arms up, hands to prayer down, and coming down and finding our way to the ground through the push-up, downward dog, and then finding our way back up again. So I do 10 of those, and I try to face the window when I do it because I like the light. I like seeing the light. Okay. The next thing I do is I make myself a superfood drink. What that means is, so I'm not a coffee drinker, so I make a drink that has raw cocoa. It's kind of like a superfood hot cocoa. So raw cocoa, Dandy Blend, which is a coffee substitute, gelatinized maca. I know I'm saying all these things and I'm saying them so quickly, but we could talk about them afterwards. But I'm just letting you know that my first act is to make myself something that I know will help gently energize my body. So it's not a stimulant like coffee that just kind of sets me too far forward, creating a crash for later on. It's just something that lifts me and that gets me ready for the day. Okay. And then I drink, you guys aren't going to like this, but I drink about 1 liter of water. Okay. That's something really important to me because I noticed that if I don't drink that much water, my digestive system is off. I don't look the way I want to look. My skin gets reactive. So I drink as much water as I can in the morning. Okay. I'm not saying that you have to do what I do. I'm saying find your things that work for you. Okay, so I drink my water and then I have a light breakfast and then I start my day. The only thing I missed is after I meditate, I just take a few moments to say maybe 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for. The reason I do this is because if you start your day from a mindset of gratitude and abundance, you will more than likely attract more of that into your day, right? So often we start the day with what we're not happy about. That's the first thing that comes to mind. And I just find that when you do that, you propel your energy in the wrong direction for the day. And then the day kind of matches that, like maybe you're late or you don't get to eat or you have an interaction with a coworker that's unpleasant. So I don't know. I just find that if I throw in a couple of notes of gratitude, accompanied by a good meditation and like nourishing my body in a way that feels right for me, it's just the right way to start the day, right? It helps you take charge of your energy and your mindset for the day. Okay. At night, so I have ritual. I have a morning ritual and I have an evening ritual. At night, what I like to do is my ritual sort of centered around cleansing myself for the day, right? So yes, of course, I take a shower. That's a physical way of cleaning ourselves. But I also take some sage, and I light the tip, and it creates a bit of, and I blow it out, and it creates a bit of smoke. And I just kind of pass it very quickly over my whole body. And I find that this helps me calm after I've spent a lot of day interacting with different people. I personally am very sensitive to other people's energy, the vibration that they're giving off. And, you know, if people are negative and stuff like that, I don't want to carry that with me. So I find that cleansing, or smudging is the more appropriate term, really helps me. And it just takes like 2 seconds. I don't smoke it, like I don't inhale it so much that I feel like I'm coughing, right? It's really just a quick cleanup, okay? Energetic cleanup. So look up smudging if you want to know more about that, or just send me an email and we can talk about it. I do that right when I get home. As soon as I walk through the door, I'm just like, let's get this stuff off me, right? Then I take a full glass of water, and I put a drop of something, one of the essential oils that I use called On Guard. It's a doTERRA proprietary blend, and it really just gets rid of germs and bacteria and stuff like that. Because when you're around people, you don't know who's got the cold or the cold bug. And I, as a self-employed person, like, getting sick is very expensive, right? There's a high cost to me getting sick. So I drink that, okay? Then I go about my evening, I prepare dinner and stuff like that. I take a shower, and then fast forward to just before bed. I usually have a cup of chamomile lavender tea just to kind of ground me and calm me. I put my diffuser on again, and this time I do a nighttime blend just to kind of, as I said, so sometimes it's lavender, sometimes it's frankincense, sometimes it's our balance blend. Whatever I think I need, I just try to listen to my body and figure out where my energy is directing me. And I meditate one more time. And the reason I do that is to reset my mind from the day, right? For me, focus and the ability to direct my attention is so important to me. And anchoring my day with meditation in the morning and meditation in the night has really helped me with that. So I'm able to maintain conversations with people and have eye contact and hear everything that they say and remember what they say. If my phone rings, I'm not triggered to check it while I'm talking to someone or while I'm eating or with someone or anything like that, right? So anchoring my day at both ends, so I guess that's bookending it, right, with meditation really helps me maintain the mindset that I want to have for my life, really, and for the people that I care about, and for maintaining a certain level of self-love, right? Because if you don't have that sort of self-love piece and you're not resetting it through ritual, it's very easy to navigate further and further away from it, because we're so influenced by, I guess, old voices in our head, like the past. We're influenced by our interactions with people throughout the day. And my rituals bring me back to me, right? That's why I do it, because I need that reset. And I think we all need that reset, because if we don't reset ourselves every day, you know, it's a month passes and you're like, what did I do with my time? What did I accomplish? Who was I to the people that mattered, right? You're just in autopilot, basically. And you're not consciously building your life in a way that is aligned with your vision for yourself. Okay? So, a couple pointers on how to create a ritual. First and foremost, decide what time is best for you. So if the morning's good for you, great. If the night's good for you, great. But that time has to be uninterrupted. Like, you can't be in ritual and have your phone there and like take a minute and check Facebook or Instagram. You have to allocate time that works for you. So maybe it's 15 minutes right now. Maybe it's 20 minutes right now. It took me a long time to get up to an hour. I started at 15 minutes. And then I liked so much who I was the more I practiced ritual. So I've just decided that this is a priority for me, and I'm going to allocate an hour to me becoming or connecting to my higher self and realigning my mind, body, and heart. Okay, so set a time that actually works for you. If you've got to schedule it, if you've got to put it in your agenda, if you've got to announce it to the people that you interact with every day that this is your time and this is what you're doing, please advocate for yourself this way and do it. Okay. The second thing I would say is have some purpose around your ritual. Are you doing it to feel better? Are you doing it to realign your mind, body, and heart? Are you doing it to help yourself heal from something, whether it be a broken heart or an actual physical injury, whatever it is? I want you to have some purpose around it. Like, there should be a small goal that you're trying to accomplish, okay? Maybe it's just a state of calm. Maybe it's just inner peace. Maybe it's more patience or more graciousness. I don't know, but have a bit of purpose towards it. The third thing I want you to know about ritual and creating your own is that you should do it every day. Don't skip a day. This is making an appointment with yourself for yourself. Do not cancel, because you matter. And if you cannot dedicate 15, 20, 30 minutes or an hour to yourself every day, something's up. Something is up. You have to be a priority, a number one priority at some point in your day. I know it can be hard at times, but at some point in your day, you have to be your number one priority. Okay? So number one for creating your ritual is set the time for it, schedule it, make it real. Number two is let it have a true purpose in your life. Let it be something that takes you further, takes you somewhere, helps you progress in some way. And number three, oh my gosh, what was number three? I just went blank. What was number three, guys? Does anyone want to type it in the thing for me? This is how you know. Thank you, Deanna. You need to do it every day. Thank you so much. Because what you do every day is how you transform your life. That's how you change your life. It's not the big overhauls that we do for 3 days. It's the little things that we do every day that transform our life. Sorry, I had that total mental block for a second there. But thank you, guys. So that's my talk on ritual. I'm going to just give you a few announcements first before we close out, because there's a couple things going on and I want to share them with you. Next Thursday, October 25th at 7:15 p.m. at 1311 Queen Street East, I will be teaching a live essential oils class, essential oils one-on-one. It's $20. Bring your friends. You'll learn about the oils. You'll get to smell them. You'll also maybe craft your own ritual that night. You'll get to ask me everything. You'll get extra hugs, all that good stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's very informative. And I always feel like those classes mean a lot to women. They're always skeptical about attending. I know I was about my first one, but they're wonderful, and I only regret not attending sooner. So there's that. Information is on thedeeperwellness.com. Just click on Learn With Me, and it's public classes or all classes. The other thing I wanted you guys to know about was I have a line called Meditation Pusher, and I make malas. They're custom malas made with beautiful black onyx and little tiny Swarovski crystals in between. I make bracelets, and I make the full mala necklace. Right now, They are $15 off until the end of October. So if you go to meditationpusher.com and just click on Our Malas, if you use the discount code PROTECTION, you can get $15 off of any product that I have in the Meditation Pusher shop. So go to meditationpusher.com and click on Our Malas. Or the Malas, I can't remember right now. Where's my brain? I didn't meditate this morning. Proof that there's a difference. Anyway, so those are two of my announcements right now, but you can always go to thedeeperwellness.com and click on Learn With Me and see the different options. All my old videos are there as well now, so it's all in one spot and all in one page, so you're not scrolling through YouTube. And what I've done on that page is, if you click on my talks, is I've put each essential oil that goes with each topic I've talked about and how I personally use them. So the stress talk, the anxiety talk, the oils that I use and how I use them. I feel like that's really helpful information just because they're game changers. These doTERRA oils change your life, and I want you to know about them. I want you to have them in your life. Okay, so back to the topic at hand, rituals. You finding your way back to your highest self every day can and will elevate your life. It truly is a missing piece in the way we live our lives each day. Because everything we consume as women, especially with media and social media, is designed to make us feel inadequate. There are multiple systems and relationships that rely on you not feeling good enough, right? You buy things for that reason. You self-compromise for that reason. People get away with all kinds of BS in your life for that reason. So what having a ritual that is dedicated to you does every day is build your strength. It builds your self-respect. It builds your commitment to yourself. And most important, it builds your self-love. And the more self-love you have, the greater your life expands. And what that means is that connects to things like achieving goals. That connects to things like, walking away from unhealthy relationships, whether they be with a partner, a family member, or a friend, whatever it is. The more self-love you have, which you build and rebuild through ritual, because you are prioritizing yourself, you're committing to yourself, and you are dedicating time to yourself. Right? The more self-love you have, the more self-awareness you have, the harder it is for people to push and pull you in different directions, because you are so grounded in yourself. You are so grounded in yourself. And people are hard-pressed to pull you out of that. So these rituals are not just about self-care. They are about self-love and healing and growth and potential. So I invite you to think about what I've said here today and just start with even the smallest ritual for yourself. And if you want to send me an email, Alicia@thedeeperwellness.com, just to say, like, this is the ritual I'm thinking of. Does it lend itself to what I want to achieve for myself or what I'm working on? I'm happy to answer those questions. I'm happy to be there for you the way you need me to be. And that is in the form of support and empowerment. And I've got you, okay? So with that in mind, please, please, please take some time to figure out what ritual works for you. Okay. I can't believe we're already at the end of our talk today. I'm going to stay online afterwards to take your questions. That portion will be unrecorded. We'll be here next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know what we're going to be talking about yet, but if you want to throw me some suggestions, I'm also happy to receive them and consider them. Again, my name is Alicia Mathlin, and these are the Deeper Wellness Talks, and their thoughts too. Thanks for being here. Bye.